What is going on, everyone? It is Alexander Flame here, and it's like 4 in the morning. Yep, it's exactly 4 a.m. and I couldn't sleep, so I was on my phone, and I saw this dude named Captain Fathead, and he recorded a video talking about his experience on PlayStation Home and how he got into it. And I figured, you know what, I haven't gone into one of these topics in a long time. Like, I haven't done a video about home in I think 8 fucking months since it closed. And you know, my kit keeps blowing up from all these people that I recently defeated. I recently defeated in battle on PlayStation Home on the playground where all the wars were. Yeah, I defeated them, whatever, little beef. So they're mad, and yeah, so they're blowing up my phone, and I was like, hey, you know what, why not do a video? I'm just gonna do a video, this is gonna be a video confessing everything that ever happened on home. I'm gonna go into crazy shit that I seen, fucked up shit, paranormal shit, fucking shit that affected my personal life, you know, shit with the police that end up happening on there. Just crazy shit, man. It was like it's just a weird experience, but yeah, you learn from everything. So let me start this out. So I had an Xbox 360 and I played Modern Warfare 2 all the time. One day I got the Red Ring of Death on my well, it wasn't really mine, it was kind of my dad's at the time, before I even purchased it. This is before I even had my own consoles and shit. But yeah, my dad purchased a 360, was living in the living room, got the Red Ring of Death. And I remember my friend Shane would come over and he would be bragging about how the PlayStation is better than the Xbox and that and this and this. And so my dad went out and he bought a PlayStation 3, and I thought it was different. All these crazy settings on this bland dashboard. And so he got it and he was exploring the features and stuff, and got Modern Warfare 2. And what do you know, I think a week later, PSN went down for 3 months, but when it came back up, he was exploring the features like PlayStation Live, I think it was, where you can see the temperatures in cities. I don't even think it's a thing anymore. That's how old it is. And he went on PlayStation Home and he was telling me, he said, hey, I was checking out this one game, it's called PlayStation Home, and I think it's like GTA, but I haven't really been playing it. And so I checked it out, and it was kind of cool because you get to create your own avatar, and I was really into character customization games at the time, so I was like, this is fucking cool. So it's like GTA, and I get to customize my character, kind of like Saints Row. Fucking sweet. And so I was going on there and I was pressing all these fucking buttons, and I was like, how the fuck do I fucking whoop so much fucking ass? I was trying to fuck up people. Well, little I didn't know, these weren't computers, these were actual people, and you can't even hit them. So yeah, so I figured that out, and I learned how to talk on accident from button mashing. I pressed the triangle button and I was like, oh, here's a keyboard, and if I type this up, it'll come out. And so I was still confused. I was like, okay, are these real people? They're having conversation, but this is the PlayStation Home was one of the first things of its kind that I've experienced. So I'm like, are these real people? And I remember that I don't know if anyone remembers, but in the Central Plaza, when I first started getting into home, there was these Axe Angels NPC things. And these weren't real people. I forgot what they're called, but they're not real people. They're just robots. And I just saw them, and I remember trying to talk to people and everyone ignoring me. And I remember trying to talk to this Axe Angel and just not responding to me. And I was like, yeah. I remember going off on this thing that wasn't even an existing person, just getting mad at it, saying oh, you think you're better than me because you have dollar clothes on a game. Well, you think this is real and blah blah blah. Yeah. I later figured out that they weren't really people. So I wonder how dumb I looked, like a fucking noob. You know, as a noob at that, arguing with something that wasn't even a living person behind the screen. So yeah, that's me. So, and then what else happened? And I remember I just thought it was cool just going into the mall. I remember I saw this group of like people, and they all had the same pop-up color, and it was red. And no, not red. What the fuck? Green. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was green pop-up colors. And these guys, I don't know if it was a fam or just color coordinating thing. I don't know if it was a gang. I don't even know if it was fams at the time. But they had green pop-up colors, and I thought they were cool because they're the only one that kind of acknowledged my existence as a noob. And so I'd follow them around, and they were like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the movie theater," and like they would all go, and I would like try to go there too, and I would run into them, and they kind of just like, "Okay, why is this dude following us?" And they kind of, I think they roasted me. It wasn't roasting. I think they just like made fun of me. And so I was like, so I started talking shit to them or whatever. And later on, I would go to the Central Plaza, and I would see this what the fuck were they called? They're like these robot things with the red eyes. It wasn't a home. It was kind of like a homing suit, but it wasn't a suit. But it was like a chrome robot suit. And I thought these were like Sony employees. I didn't know these were real because I learned the Axe Angels weren't real. So I was wondering if these things were real. So I was talking shit to one, and it responded. And I was like, holy shit. And I didn't know that it was a free costume that you could get. I thought these guys fucking worked for Sony or something. Like these were like someone behind that shit monitoring the plaza, keeping it under control. So like a fucking PlayStation Home police officer. So I was talking shit to him like, yeah, you're a bitch, and you're ugly, and you're fat, and you stink like farty warty pants, and just saying this dumb shit. You know, I was 14 at the time, 14, 15. And it was so fun. I just thought it was ridiculously fun. I could just talk shit to anyone. I was like, this is freaking hilarious. So, and like everyone hated me too at the Central Plaza. And I met my first, and I would just troll. Okay, I was like a troll. I guess that's what you would call it. But I was just like people be in their wardrobe, but I go behind them and put my avatar's face between their butt cheeks and wait for them to come out of their wardrobe and be like, peekaboo, just doing dumb shit. And they'd be like, get away from my butt. Like they would be getting fucking pissed at me and like, I'm gonna report you, and Sony's gonna take your account from you. It was just funny because my avatar's face was in their avatar's butt cheeks, and they really took that to heart. And and then I remember this one time I was like, this girl was in her freaking wardrobe, and I put my face in between her butt cheeks. And then this other noob came, and his name was AWOL. I think it was 3030. I remember his name was just AWOL, and he put his face like on her freaking muff. I'm gonna say muff since I don't want anyone to get offended. So yeah, I'm gonna say muff. And we just thought it was hilarious. For freaking laughing crap. Typing up LOLs and like, when is she gonna come out her wardrobe and this and that and this, and then she came out and she got mad, and we were just like, and I remember he cracked me the fuck up. He was like, he's like, y'all think this is real, but this is really a game. And I thought that was funny as hell, and I was like, yeah, you guys think this is real. And this guy's basically like my first friend on my first friend on the PlayStation that wasn't from real life. So yeah, he's my first internet friend. And so yeah, it was cool. And then yeah, so I would just go on home and troll with him, and he was basically my partner in crime. But yeah, and I stopped talking to him. I'm gonna go into that in the next episode. But the next episode is gonna be, how did Fairs get into fams? That's what the next episode is gonna be about. So in episode 2 of PlayStation Home Confessions, you're gonna hear about the path and the conqueror of Fairs rising above all hatred and defeating any aught that standed in his path, and became one of the most successful YouTubers from PlayStation Home. Because I reached my Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan level, and I bodied anyone that stood in my path. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button now. Leave a like and a comment. I'm out of here. Peace.